Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, high school, college coaches, fans of high school football. My name is Coach Anthony Williams. I'm the founder and CEO of a company called Connected Athletics. We're based in Austin, Texas, and we're focused on using technology platforms and social media to give high school athletes, collegiate athletes, current pro athletes, and former pro athletes a platform to tell their story, to share their journey on life as a elite student athlete and those transitions to life during what life is like during their sport and what life is like after their sport. We are very honored tonight to have a young man that I met this past summer in my evaluations for FBU Top Gun. But before I introduce him, let me first thank my sponsors who make this podcast happen. First, I want to thank Buffalo Wild Wings. Buffalo Wild Wings is very passionate about high school student athletes, and so they have partnered with me to create this platform to give them a voice to share their story. So I appreciate Brian Soltis, the regional VP in Houston, for making this happen with the sponsorship. I also want to thank my friends up in Nebraska, Go Edit Graphics. They are a new and exciting graphics company that is working with high school athletic departments and collegiate athletic departments by providing them customizable graphics that can be customized to their school colors and their mascot to do any and all outbound communication, but to add nice graphics to it, whether it's a player profile, a schedule change, or any information that goes out to their fan base. They can customize it with graphics done by Go Edit Graphics. So thanks to Zach and the guys up there. And then lastly, my friends over at Epic 247. They are a new and exciting sports apparel company. They do uniforms. They do 7-on-7 jerseys. They do workout gear with very fashionable, very exciting. So if you're looking for some new type of gear, go check them out at epic247.com. Epic stands for Every Play I Compete. With all the business stuff out of the way, let's focus on our guest tonight. This young man is a silky smooth left-handed quarterback that I got a chance to know out at Top Gun in Naples, Florida. Deuce Knight is a quarterback at George County High School in Mississippi. He's class of 25. He's already 6'3", 170 pounds. He's a two-sport athlete who also plays basketball and is very acclimated in that also. You can see his 7-on-7 team. He plays for Heat, and he's just blessed beyond talent. As a freshman, he already got his first offer from University of Indiana. And coaches, you can see his Twitter name there, Deuce Knight. Deuce, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing good.
Man, I am so excited. And first of all, congratulations. I know you're excited about your first offer. There's nothing better than your first offer, but we'll talk about that here a little bit later on. But as you know, recruiting, the first thing coaches want to know when they evaluate a prospect is their grades, their academics. Deuce, tell us how important are your academics to you as a student athlete?
It's very important. My mom, she stresses it a lot. Like since kindergarten, she's always told me you can't play football without the grades. So that's very important. I make all A's.
So you're a 4.0 GPA, huh?
Yes, sir. You gotta be straight in the classroom before you get on the football field. That's the whole reason you get to play football.
I love that. I love that your mom is enforcing that at an early age. Tell us, what are some of your favorite classes that drive that 4.0 GPA?
Algebra, that's probably my favorite class. Algebra is very easy. If you know the formulas, like you can just get that out the way. Like if you know the formulas, it's very easy. Biology,
so you're a numbers guy or what? You like the numbers?
Somewhat.
Okay.
It's like sometimes you just you have some days you don't want to do it, but you got to anyway.
Right. Okay.
That's how it is for me.
Okay. And then you mentioned, I hear you mentioned biology. You like biology also?
Yes, sir. My teacher, he makes it fun. He's always interacting, talking. Like he just keep you into it. So if you like more focused into it, it's gonna come very easy to you.
Yeah. Well, it's good transition there. So, Deuce, as a former student athlete, obviously much older than you, but there's always been at least one teacher, a coach or a counselor or a tutor who's had a big part in your life academically. Who was that teacher? It could be even back to elementary or middle school. Who was that one teacher that left a positive vibe with you when it comes to academics? What's their name and who was it?
My second grade teacher, her name was Miss Jones. I love her. That was my favorite teacher. She she was like the best. I really can't explain it, but like she was just the best teacher I ever had.
Yeah.
My third grade teacher too, her name is King. I didn't like language a lot. She used to like leave me encouraging notes because I hated language. So she used to leave me encouraging notes, telling me that I could do that and do this. So that's why I like her a lot too.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thanks for shouting those teachers out. Teachers are the most under-respected profession out there. My wife is a teacher. My two nieces are teachers. So I appreciate you shouting that out. I know you're very early. Hell, you just finished your best about to finish your freshman year in high school. But have you thought about what you might want to major in when you get to college?
It's probably business, sports management. I want to be a agent, sports agent.
Okay, I like it. I like it.
Like that around those major stuff like that.
Okay. You know, my oldest son, Aaron Williams, he played at University of Texas and had a 6-year career with the Buffalo Bills. I can tell you that the really good agents, they understand business, they understand finance, they understand accounting, numbers like you, they understand marketing. So make sure you're kind of taking all those kind of classes because that's going to further you in being one of the top agents one day here pretty soon. I love hearing that from you.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
Another thing, dudes, that college coaches want to know about you as you go through the recruiting process coming up here. They want to know what kind of learning style you have. Tell these coaches, are you more of a visual, verbal, or hands-on learning style?
It's somewhat in between visual and hands-on. Like if I can see you do it one time, I'm gonna get the hang of it already. Then if I'm hands-on with it, that just makes it even more easier. But it's somewhat in between those two. But I can really just like, if you just show me how to do it one time, I already had the hang of it.
Okay. And I think what you said earlier, you being a 4.0, were you always a good student or did a light come on when you were in middle school? I know your mom's been stressed, but when have you always been a 4.0 or did you slowly build to it?
Yes, sir. I've always kept 4.0. Because,
Okay.
like I said, my mom, she hates anything less than an A. Like,
Okay. I
that's
like
her.
it.
She just hates anything less than an A.
Okay. Great. Well, tell us, as we're getting through the pandemic and COVID, and I think college coaches will be on campus. They won't be able to see you as a freshman, but eventually they will come on campus. And the first thing they're going to do when I was a former college coach, I want to go see my prospects in the classroom. Give these college coaches a little bit of a sneak preview. When they come see you in class, where are you sitting? How do you interact with your classmates? And more importantly, how do you interact with your teachers when you're in class?
I'm sitting like, it just depends on where the teacher have you sitting, but like I'm always straightforward, focused, paying attention. Teacher never had to tell me anything twice. I'm that type of guy. Like I just want to come get the school stuff out the way. That's what come first. Like that's what come first, and then like football, I could just go to football. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Okay. I like it. Appreciate that. And then tell us, even though you're a 4.0, I'm sure there's been some classes that you may have struggled a little bit in. When you do struggle in a tough class, what are some of the things you do to get that A that your mom is stressing?
Asking questions, like that's the best thing to do. Teachers always tell you, the question that's not asked, that's the only dumb question.
Yeah.
Right. Asking questions, the teacher, she that's what she wants you to do. It makes her job easier. If you get a better score on your state test or something, that just makes the teacher look better. So she wants you to ask questions. She don't want you to be like that. Like ask questions. That's just the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, that's very smart. Hey, let's switch over. We've already talked a lot about your mom. Tell us a little bit about your family. Tell us what your mom does. Obviously, we know she's an enforcer when it comes to those academics. Do you have any siblings? Tell us about the rest of the Knight family.
My mom, she's hands-on with everything. She was just in here trying to help me get the Zoom ready. She's very hands-on, loyal, supporter. Like she gonna be everywhere. It's like she be 3 places at once. Cause I got my brother. He's in Indiana right now. She's there one weekend. Like we left my high school game Friday, with his game. Like then my sister, she's a senior right now. That's like she's probably my favorite. I love my sister. I do anything for her. My dad, he's off work. And, he took me to the FU camp. He took off work and take me to the FU camp. That's the type of stuff they do. And people like, Mom, she'll get us 1,000 things before she gets herself one thing. That's just the type of person she is, the type of person they both are.
Okay. Tell us a little bit, every college coach wants to know, are there any other former athletes in the family? Did your mom or dad play sports back in the day? Do your siblings play sports? Give us a little background on that.
My dad, he used to play baseball. My mom, she's not really, she don't really like football. She says it's too dangerous. But just because we like to play it, she gonna be at every game, cheering, yelling, screaming. She didn't play she didn't play any sport.
Okay.
My sister, she plays basketball and volleyball, but she's gonna graduate. My brother, he's at Indiana. He's a fifth-year senior.
Okay.
Having a pretty good season right now. But I have a lot of cousins that play Division I ball. One of my cousins play at Mississippi State. One of them play at Ole Miss.
Okay. So you got a lot of athletes in your family.
Too. Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's
All
just
right.
because of my family.
That's awesome. And you can tell that definitely. Hey, tell us, Deuce, when you're done with your homework and you're not working out and there's no practice and you've got some free time, what do you like to do in your spare time? What are some of your hobbies that don't involve sports?
Cooking, that's my favorite thing to do. I love to cook because I love to eat. So cooking, that's my favorite thing. I like to cook hamburgers, spaghetti, stuff like that. Like my mom, she always asks me, "Do you want to cook today?" And I say, "Yes, ma'am." Like that's just my favorite thing to do. Listening to music. That's just be chilling to yourself.
Okay. I gotta ask you. When you say cooking, we're not talking about you just putting something in the microwave and warm it up. We're actually talking about you cooking meals, right?
Yes, sir. Hamburger, steak, spaghetti, fried chicken, all that.
Okay, I see you. All right, I like that. Okay. Hey, you know how important social media is in recruiting. You're seeing it from probably your brothers and sisters and all your cousins that played. For a college coach that hasn't seen your Twitter page yet, give them an idea. What are they going to see? What kind of message are you putting out there about yourself, your team? What are they going to see on your Twitter page about recruiting?
Kid who's big, strong, throw the ball really well, move really well. Just an all around player.
Okay. Are you keeping it clean? There's nothing crazy in your timeline at all?
No, sir. There's nothing crazy. Just sports, really. That's all.
Okay.
That's all. I just keep it to sports.
Okay, good.
Social media presence, that's everything. You don't want to have a bad name out there.
Right. Absolutely right there. Hey, let's lighten up a little bit. Tell us, what's your favorite all-time sports movie? And it doesn't have to be football.
Probably. I don't really watch a lot of movies, but probably The Blind Side with Michael Owen in there.
Yep.
When he took the guy like 50 yards back over the fence. That was probably my favorite scene from that movie. That was crazy.
Okay. Yep. I like that movie too. It's a classic. You talked about you being a cook, maybe even a chef. What's your favorite food? What's your favorite meal? Whether you cook it or you eat it, what's your favorite food?
I like ribs. That's always my favorite.
That's what I'm talking about.
My uncle, he cooked some good. Like we have block parties every year. It was 2 days ago. He cooked the best ribs.
Okay. I'm a rib man myself. I like that. Okay. You say you don't watch a lot of movies, but I don't know if you're into some of these superheroes, whether it be DC Comics or Marvel, but if you could be a superhero, which one would you be and why?
Flash. The series Flash, I watched all of it. Flash, he's super fast, but the man, he could stop time. He could go back in the past, go to the future. That's like real cool. He can even make his own time, make Flash time. That's crazy. Probably Flash.
Well, Deuce, once again, you mentioned earlier that you have a lot of siblings and cousins that played in college. Tell these coaches, when it's time for you to make your decision on what school you commit to, who will be involved in helping you make that decision?
Obviously, my mom. She's hands-on with everything.
Yep.
I trust her with everything. My whole family, really. My dad, my brother. He's been through that, so he could tell me, like, he could just guide me through it. My sister, I'm pretty sure I talk it over my high school coaches, my head coach, stuff like that. You know, they've been around this game for a long time. Like coming from the high school I come from, you know, plenty of D1 athletes has come through. So, you
Okay.
know, they like experienced coaches coming to the high school, trying to recruit, coming to practice, coming to games. So with them
Okay.
too.
All right. You know, Deuce, I've never met an athlete that didn't like playing in front of a packed stadium, people cheering their name, cheering their name and everything. And we love that as athletes. But more importantly, tell these coaches, what are you doing to give back to your community there in George County? What are you involved in church? Are you involved in nonprofits? What are you doing to give back?
Yes, sir. I go to church, but I haven't really done much to give back other than like just playing with the little kids, you know, that's coming up. You know, when I was coming up, that's all I want to do. I want to go play with the big kids. So
Right.
just doing that, like, you know, you play with the big kids, that's gonna make you tough when you become older. So
Right.
that's all really.
No, I mean, that's good. You know, playing with kids is important and being a role model for them and stuff and playing with them in the streets. I like that a lot. Tell me a little bit about, I know it's, you're still very young, but, let's say you play in the NFL for 10 years. What do you want your life to look like when you're finally done playing the game of football? Do you want to be married? Do you want to run your own company? You mentioned about being an agent. What do you want? What is your goal to make your life look like when the game is over?
I wanna after the game is over with, I wanna live a chill, relaxed life where I don't have to like stress myself or like like stress myself. I could make phone calls where just the money's coming in just fully. Have my parents good situation. They don't have to worry about that. I want to be an agent. I'll probably still try to do that even after the game is over with. Because you know, I like the game so much. I love the game so much. I still want to be around it, even when I'm playing. So that'll probably be my way of being around the game still.
Okay, I like it. I like that you got to go in place. Just got to make it happen now. Tell me, do you have a favorite quote or verse? And if you do, what is it?
Yes, I have one. Hard work beats talent if talent fails to work hard. My dad, he been stressing that ever since I could like learn to hear what he's saying. Like my dad tell me that. He'll send me quotes before game days. It's just different quotes though. Just not that same exact quotes, just encouraging quotes, motivational quotes, stuff like that. But he's been stressing that forever.
Yeah. No, he's absolutely right. It's actually one of my favorite verses that I use for my 4 kids also and all the athletes I've been dealing with. You got to understand hard work because, Deuce, as you probably have seen in your own family who have played at a high level, when you get to those upper levels, everybody's talented. The difference is the hard work they put in both mentally and physically. So your dad is right on that. Tell me, you've been playing football and basketball, I'm sure, for a long time since you were very young. What's your favorite memory, sports memory of yourself? When you did something, you went, yeah, I did that.
It's a kind of team memory, but when we were 9, Little League, Little League, we were 9 and 10. We were 9 and 10. We were like the youngest team. We were made of all 9-year-olds. Everybody thought we was just gonna come get whooped the whole season. we come out blowing people out. Then we go win the Super Bowl. That was just like good. That's a good memory right there.
I like it. Back at 9U, I like that a lot. Hey, tell me, do you have a nickname, a family nickname, or does your team have a nickname, or is Deuce your nickname? Give us a little feedback on that.
That's crazy because Deuce is actually my nickname. My real name is Deuce Knight. I'm the second, so that's why they call me Deuce. I was born on the second. That's why they call me Deuce.
Okay.
But everybody already calls me Deuce, like it's my real name. Like somebody beat me. That's what they already know me by. So it's kind of like not a nickname, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I like that a lot. You're just Knight the second, and you're born the second. I think that's the first I've ever heard. That's pretty awesome. Tell me, we're in the season now, about halfway. Tell us a little bit, how's the season going? Tell these college coaches, how's the season going? You told me earlier you're kind of going back and forth between varsity and sub-varsity. Give us your mid-season update on how the season's going.
It's going great. It's just being on the football field. That's good, because you never know when you're gonna get off the field because of COVID and all that going on.
Right.
I'm doing good. I threw about 3 touchdowns on varsity, and like I say I've got 10 total on JV, but we've only played 3 JV games. It's going good. We 3-0 JV, 3-2 varsity.
Okay. Dudes, for the college coaches that haven't watched your huddle video yet, which is very impressive, coaches, tell these coaches a little bit about yourself. I mentioned earlier, you're a left-handed, smooth quarterback with good height, good delivery, good spin, good accuracy, good release. But in your own words, how would you describe yourself as a quarterback to a college coach that might recruit you?
I'm a quarterback who when time gets going, time gets pressure, I want the ball in my hand to go make a play. Then I put complete trust in my receivers that they're gonna go make the play too. I'm like I said earlier, I'm big and strong, have a good arm, accurate. I move really well, and just like I said earlier, I go make the play. Just give me the assignment, coach. Just tell me what you need, and I go make the play.
Okay, I like it. That's very good. I like that a lot. Tell me, you're still very young, just a freshman right now, class 25. But right now, what would you consider your strengths as a quarterback, and what are some of the things you need to work on going forward?
Well, my weaknesses, well, what I need to work on, I wouldn't say. But
yeah, not a weakness.
My release is kind of long right now.
Okay.
At the FBU camp, y'all were talking about getting released shorter. That's what I need to work on. My feet, they tend to get sloppy at times, so I need to just have my feet set, ready to throw. My shoulders sometimes give away when I'm going deep. I just need to level them out. My coach talks about that too when we're watching film. And my strengths, very accurate. I make all the throws that need to be made. I can read really well. It's just if you're out there on the field, it just come naturally.
Okay.
I move really well for a quarterback. A lot of quarterbacks, they don't move good. I can move really well, smooth, all that.
Deuce, would you consider yourself a dual athlete at quarterback, running pass, or are you more of a pocket passer?
It depends, cause I wouldn't consider myself a dual threat quarterback, cause I run at times when it's needed or when I have to, but that's just that would not be my first option. I love to sit back in the pocket, throw the ball, throw the deep pass. Everybody love the deep passes. The band strikes up.
Okay.
That's
nothing wrong with that. I like it. I like that a lot. All right. Okay. Tell me, these are some of my favorite questions the college coaches really love, but tell me, would your teammates and your coaches describe you as a dependable player?
Yes, sir. I think they'll describe me as a dependable player because when it's a tough situation, I'll be the person who they want the ball in their hands to get the job done.
Okay. And then tell me about some of the stuff off the field. You're on time for meetings, for practice, for team events. Yes, you're dependable that way too?
Yes, sir. I'm always on time for weightlifting sessions, summer workouts, all that. When we don't have school, we still have practice, 9 a.m. So I'm always there.
Okay. Deuce, I usually I've been a player and a coach for many years. I usually put players into two different buckets. Those that love to play the game and those that love to practice and then play the game. Which one are you?
I have my days, but practice that always come first. So you can't go into a game without practicing.
Right.
Mississippi, it's a rule. If you don't have this certain amount of days practicing, you can't play on Friday. So you always got to practice before you're playing. And my coach always say you got to gain that inch, to be where you from this first day to the next day. How you gonna gain an inch if you don't practice?
Right. Yeah. Well, and especially you as a quarterback, Deuce, you got to not just know your position. People think being a quarterback is having a strong arm, and there's so much more, as you know, to being a quarterback. You got to read the defense, and you got to read the pass rush, and where the strong side linebacker is, and what coverage are they in, and do I need to change my pass protection? Talk about your mental preparation each week as you get ready for a game.
Well, first off, you got to watch film. you gonna game. You got a game plan during practice. Your coach gonna have a good game plan. Gotta set that through. I just stay focused, stay true to the game plan. If you have to switch something up, you have to switch something up. It's just because if you game plan, I'm pretty sure the other team is gonna game plan too. It's just not gonna be one-sided. So you just have to stay focused, stay mentally ready. Don't try to do too much out on the field. Just be you.
Yeah, absolutely. Deuce, as a quarterback, go ahead.
Don't put your head down if you throw a pick because, quarterback, they're going to throw picks. I always tell myself, you got to have a short memory. Just have a short memory. If you throw a pick, get out the way.
It's funny you mentioned that because I was just about to ask you, how do you manage? People always say quarterbacks get too much accolades when the team wins and get too much blame when the team loses. How do you manage those highs and lows of maybe you throwing a pick in one series and then throwing the winning touchdown pass the next series? How do you handle those highs and lows?
The 3 C's, you got to stay calm, cool, and collective.
Yeah.
You can't just let yourself get out the moment because, you do something wrong, there's always going to be somebody that talks about you. So you just got to stay calm, cool, and collective. You can't let that get to you. You throw a pick, that stuff happens when you play quarterback. You just got to hold your head high and come back the next drive and score.
Yeah, I remember seeing you at Top Gun this summer, and I think I said to you, I love lefty quarterbacks. I mean, I go to games every Thursday and Friday here in Texas and across the country, and I can tell you I've probably seen maybe less than 5 left-handed quarterbacks. Everybody is right-handed. Talk about, was that intentional? Did your father and mother raise you as a lefty, or are you only a lefty when you throw and you do everything else right-handed? Give us a little bit about you being a lefty quarterback.
I'm a true lefty. My brother, he's left-handed. He throws left-handed. He writes left-handed, but he used to play baseball. He used to bat right-handed, I'm pretty sure. Mm-hmm. But my great-grandma, she's left-handed. My grandma, she's left-handed. So, kind of passed down. Okay. But my parents, they're right-handed. But I do everything with my left hand. I'm a true left-hander.
Okay.
Left-handed person.
Good to know. Okay. Good to know. Hey, Deuce, is there a college or NFL quarterback that you pattern your game off of? And if so, who is that?
Cam Newton. I love Cam Newton. Around 2014, that's when I became a Panthers fan. So I just been watching Cam for the longest. Now, every night when I was a kid, every night I used to watch Cam's Auburn highlights. I love watching that dude. He was amazing at Auburn. Good, and he was amazing in the NFL too. Mm-hmm. But that's always been my favorite quarterback, Cam Newton. I wanted to be just like Cam growing up. When I thought about Cam.
Well, you're kind of, I've known Cam for a little while, even back when he was your age, and you're kind of in that same, he was about 6'3" when he was your age. Do you plan on kind of being like Cam? I mean, you're already 6'3" now as a freshman, and do you see yourself kind of developing into that? Cam's a big athletic quarterback. Do you see yourself kind of the same way?
Yes, sir. I want to get bigger, way bigger than I am right now. I'm big, but I want to get bigger. That's who I always wanted to be like when I was a kid, Cam Newton. I thought he was the best player in the world. Watching him with the Panthers, I just love that man.
Well, the good thing, Deuce, is college coaches will always ask. They see your height and weight, and they want to know, even if you were to stop growing today, you're still going to have that good college size. But they want to know if you're going to grow. I mean, you're only a freshman. How tall is your mom and dad? And I'll ask you also, by the time you graduate from high school, what do you think your height and weight will be?
Well, first off, my mom, she's tall for a woman. She's 5'9".
Okay.
My dad, he's short though. He's 5'9.5". But my sister, she's kind of tall for a woman too. She's 5'6", 5'7". My brother, he's 6'2", 6'3", around that. Mm-hmm. So we got a pretty big family of siblings.
Right.
But the weight and height I think I'll be when I graduate, I think I'll be around 6'4.5". I want to get over 200. Okay. I don't want to be this tall dude who looks lanky. I want to get over 200 for sure. But I think I can get that, especially in the weight room. Just get bulk, get bigger, all that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And just to clarify for all these coaches that are watching, Deuce, I mean, you're a quarterback. You're not a receiver that converted to quarterback. Have you played quarterback your entire time that you've been playing football since you were young?
Yeah, so I've been playing quarterback since I was 5. That's just been the position I always played. I used to play corner and safety in middle school and Pee Wee, all that. But then 8th grade, that's when I just switched. If I didn't switch, I became strictly quarterback, nothing else.
Okay. We talked about you when we first started the interview about you being a 2-sport athlete, playing basketball. Tell us about your basketball skills. What's that like? What kind of player are you?
I'm a player. I could play the 1 through the 4. And I can guard any position.
Okay.
I'm athletic. I could do windmills. I'm almost taking it through my legs. I'm gonna be there before basketball season starts. But I can shoot well. I can't really dribble like that though.
Okay. Handles aren't great. Okay. Understood.
But I'm athletic. Jump. I rebound well. I can see the floor good. I'm a good passer. Okay. I also do track too. I high jump. I just started that in 8th grade.
Mm-hmm. Now, how's your speed? I mean, I don't know your 40 time yet. You got good size now, but do you think your speed's okay, or is that something you should continue to work on as you're running track? Maybe get some running events in.
I think it's okay right now. When I was at Ole Miss, I ran a 4.78. So that's straight right now.
Yeah,
but I think I'm going to get faster for sure.
Okay, I like it. Good stuff. Hey, as we finish up here, as a quarterback, it's automatic that coaches are going to expect leadership out of you on the team. Tell us how you define leadership and how you plan on leading as a quarterback going forward in the rest of your high school career.
Being a leader, it doesn't mean like some people think being a leader is just talking, but there's way more to being a leader than that. Because if you just say something and you don't go about it, what does your word mean anything? So being a leader, you gotta be vocal. You gotta your actions gotta speak too. Yep. So that's what being a leader means to me. And I think just me being a quarterback, everybody relies on you. You rely on them, vice versa. You just gotta go out there. You're the man. You control everything on the field. So everybody's gonna play off you because you're controlling everything on the field. So I just gotta be, like I said earlier, focused.
Okay. That's good. No, that's a very good response. I like that a lot. I mean, you understand the importance of it. I mean, Deuce, you're very young, you're very mature, and you are, you're part of the 1%. There's a lot of freshmen that would love to have their first offer already under their arm right now, which you have. We talked about earlier. Let's finish up this interview with the elevator pitch. Look in the camera right now and tell all these college coaches who don't know you or are about to know you what you're going to bring to their program and why they should recruit you.
First of all, I'm a great student athlete. You'll never have problems with me going to class, being late for class, having bad grades. So I'm always have my eligibility in check. Big, strong, good arm, good feet. I'm a smart quarterback. I know how to read defenses. I can make all the passes necessary, all the throws, just that.
I mean, that's a lot right there. You're a 4.0 student, so coaches don't have to worry about you in the classroom or worry if you're in class and you got all the tools as a quarterback. You got the size, you got the sweet left arm, you know what you got to work on. I mean, that's a perfect elevator pitch, Deuce. Man, I appreciate you spending time with us tonight. Tell your mom and dad I said hello and thank you for letting you come on. We'll get this out to college coaches. I know you're still very early in the recruiting process, but I think you're going to when we get you back on the show here in a year or two, I'm sure you'll have lots of offers. You'll be one of the top quarterbacks in your class, man. Good luck, and I'll be seeing you at a camp soon, okay?
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right. Have a good one, Deuce.
You too.